This is michellesam from Sammy Wong's Kitchen, and today I'm going to share with you some tips on buying shrimp. Oh, before I forget, this is my new acquisition from my girls and Pepe for my birthday, and I absolutely love it, so thank you. Anyway, every time I have a birthday and my girls are around, which has been for the past 2 years, I ask for shrimp for my birthday dinner because I love shrimp, and by the looks of it you can tell. So I'm going to share my knowledge on shrimp. First, sizing. So there are various sizes of shrimp and it depends on your application. They go from extra colossal down to really shrimpy shrimp, but for me I like going with the colossal shrimp. And how do you know what's colossal and what's really small? With shrimp, there's usually a count. So in this shrimp, you'll see it says 13 to 15. So this normally means it's about 13 to 15 shrimp per pound. These are colossal shrimp. This one is extra jumbo shrimp, and here the count is 16 to 20. So that's how many are in the pound. And then I also have these that are medium shrimp. You can get shrimp that's in a seafood showcase that is already defrosted, and then you don't have to worry about it. However, if you want to buy bulk, sometimes it's cheaper if you go with a package. Now, these shrimp are what I call IQF, individually quick frozen. And when they're individually quick frozen, like this one, they are actually frozen individually. Sometimes it just lumps together, but you can actually pull them apart fairly easily, even though they are frozen. Okay, this is easy to have on hand, so that if you just need, maybe 6 shrimp for something, you can just pull out 6 shrimp. The other way to go is block frozen. And when you buy block frozen, it's pretty much frozen in a block. So this one was a 4-pound medium block frozen shrimp, and it's still kind of frozen in the block. And what you need to do here, it doesn't take too long. It's a lot less time to defrost than red meat or chicken. But all you need to do is run cold water over this and it'll separate in no time. Okay, now there are different forms of shrimp. There are shrimp that are deveined and shell on, and these ones here, you will see that they are deveined. There's a little slit along the spine, and that means that they have been deveined, but the shell is on. You can get shrimp that are deveined as well as deshelled, and that's for a different application. Or the cheapest form is you can get shrimp that still have the shell on and they are not deveined. So I am going to show you how to devein a shrimp, something that everybody should actually learn how to do it. Sometimes you go to a supermarket and it's a lot less expensive to get shrimp that is not deveined and devein it yourself. So I'm going to show you how to devein shrimp now. Okay, now for deveining shrimp, what you need is a serrated knife. This happens just to be a regular steak knife. I like to have a paper towel close at hand because that's where you put a lot of the veins of the shrimp, and a colander. So these shrimp have already been defrosted, and I don't want any knife accidents. So what you do is lay the shrimp flat, and depending on your application, sometimes you want butterfly shrimp or sometimes you just want deveined shrimp. So if you just want deveined shrimp, I start here at the end And keep your fingers flat so that it will prevent any kind of mishaps. And use the serrated edge to make an incision into the shell. And once it hooks, all you'll be doing is pretty much going all along the spine of the shrimp. And when you get along the shrimp, you will see that this here, it almost looks like a dark piece of thread. This is the vein, and you pretty much just take your hands and pull it out. And I use my paper towel just to get rid of it that way. And then you have a clean piece of shrimp, okay? Now, if you want to actually butterfly your shrimp, do the same thing. Use the serrated part more towards the base of the knife and make your incision, and then go all the way so that it's almost touching the legs, and then go all the way down, okay, and so that it is close to it without really slicing it in half. And sometimes you'll be lucky where there is no vein. Here is vein here, and you can see it's not as dark as the previous one, okay? But put that on the paper towel, and then here you'll have your butterflied shrimp as well as you deveining it at the same time. And then when you saute it, you pretty much are going to place it in the pan like this, okay? And there is a deveiner that you can buy, special deveining tool for shrimp, but I don't need another specialized tool that only does one task. So there we go. And it can go pretty fast. Okay, and here you go. And there you have it. So now you know how to devein the shrimp with just a serrated knife, as well as butterflying the shrimp. Okay. This one doesn't seem to have a vein, which is nice. Once you have your shrimp deveined, what I have been taught by my mom is to sprinkle some coarse salt on it, and that will extract the excess moisture from the shrimp, and this will result in not only flavoring your shrimp but also making the meat of the shrimp a little crisper. So I hope you learned something about deveining and butterflying shrimp. Thanks.